Hey Kevin, you ever see Blazing Saddles?
Oh hell yeah! Classic Americana, man. Funny ass movie. A lot of people probably offended by it.
Nice. You ever see Blazing Saddles? No?
Blaxploitation.
How do you feel? It's not really blaxploitation. It was a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah. Well, Brooks is Jewish, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. Big time.
Still black exploitation.
Well, the thing is, every N-word in that movie was written by Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
They wanted Richard Pryor to star in the movie, but he wasn't a big enough star.
Right. They wanted him to be the sheriff. I think it was black.
If they had waited a couple of years, they would have demanded that he star in the movie.
Who's the black guy that did play him?
I don't know. He's brilliant.
He's brilliant, but I don't know what he does. I don't know what I know.
Hey, nice. Can I show you the funniest goddamn video clip you ever saw? What's that? You don't think so? I can't hear him. What is he saying? Show you? You got to turn around, man. I'm not having a conversation with your back. And I can't hear you anyway. I really can't. Hey, Kevin, you having any problems hearing me?
No, not right now.
Okay. That's because this is the kind of volume that I need to be talked to out on a busy street.
I get it, man.
Yeah, okay. I mean it makes me sad when you get really frustrated. And the thing is, it's not like I'm not paying attention. I just can't make out the words.
Right. I get that. That's why you keep apologize when I snap out like that.
Yeah.
Good friends, you know? In that fashion and other things. We're like family.
What's that?
We're all like family in a way because we've all shared the same experience.
I'm not making any of the words out, especially not with that siren, man. What's that?
What I was originally saying was we're all like family a lot of times.
Yeah.
In fact, we have the respite in common.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all had something good enough, bad or bad enough.
Right now we're street family.
Yeah, right now we're street family. Right? And that's how it's going to be for a lot of us. Because all we're basically doing is wait and see how many numbers we got. So most of the homies get this up. From the old school ones that I keep in, you know?
Right.
That's the new ones, that's fucking, I'm better than that one. I got streets around the corners. That's how you are nationally if you do this kind of thing. I don't think everything. Just like take what I'm saying to you and think that I was talking to you so that you couldn't hear me. You know.
Yeah. Well, some people do it on purpose.
I know.
They'll actually keep talking like they're raising their voice, and they're not. They're actually making it quieter and quieter just to fuck with me.
Just to fuck.
Like Brad used to do that.
Right. Right. Did he really?
Yeah. He fucking did that. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What?
How would he do it?
He would act like he was raising his voice, but he really wasn't raising his voice. He was actually making it quieter and quieter, and I'm like, now I can just tell you're doing it on purpose. And everybody thinks they're being fucking funny, and they're not. Like, I enjoy going, what, for 4 fucking hours.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you think everybody, I don't know if he wants to know the truth, not everybody around you wants to hear that shit, before, you know?
Yeah, like, just fucking speak up.
Right.
Don't be afraid to raise your fucking voice. I don't want to say, well, you're fucking yelling. No, you're not fucking yelling. They're speaking so you can be heard.
Right.
We're allergic to raising our voices a little bit. And unless you're in a fucking library, you shouldn't be afraid to raise your goddamn voice.
Right?
I think actually the most expressive people are fucking Italians and Sicilians
Yeah?
and Greeks. That whole Mediterranean set, man.
Yeah. But why though? Because they have spark.
Because they gesticulate with their hands. They're fucking
Not cute.
yes, and you can understand from that not just what they're saying, but their emotional attitude. It's like having visual and verbal emojis
Right.
because they're so expressive, and the emotion is part of the delivery.
Right. Right. I get that. It's really true. That is true. From what I've discovered in life. I've known a few Italian guys in my life, and they're usually good friends of mine. We ended up being like brothers, man. Really. My boy, he got to see Big Phone. He was a great guy. He was a full-blooded Italian. He was savage, man. If something happened to you, that dude was right there. I don't know if they teach him that. He's probably growing up, becoming a man. Let me get my green torch. Nice.
Nice. He's talking to you. What? You want something?
My green torch. That dude took off my torch and gave it to me. Huh? You got it, right? When did you grab it? Huh? What? Where's Mark? That fucking fat stuff like
What happened?
dude that was drinking that pot, did he take off my torch?
What? With your phone?
My torch. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Holy. How about that? Good. Let that turn around and catch that dude. Excuse me for a second. I didn't even miss you. Anyway, I hate that when people do things that think they're being cute or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people arrested are like that. I'm not passing judgment on it, because who's the fuck am I, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm not perfect. But I never aspired to be. Now, back to what I was saying.
You done with the foil?
How do you...
Are you done with that?
Yeah, how do you
Okay.
eat, Bruce?
How do I eat?
Yeah, do you eat unrested at all?
Not really. Like I had a muffin today.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing edible in the whole fucking place.
Is that one muffin?
Yeah. They're pre-made. They're moist.
Right.
I like them. I'd have them every day if I...
You get seconds of them?
What's that?
You get seconds of them?
I didn't today. I don't normally don't. Thank you.
Well, that sounded like you were doing a fucking a dojo, sounded like you were doing a fucking tree.
Doing a what?
Like you were a form of karate.
Oh, okay. No.
That's funny. Let me ask you a question, man.
What's that?
Do you like Ralph Macchio?
I like Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
I don't dislike him. I know I don't like Scott Baio.
Which guy? Oh man, we're trying to get that in the Hey, didn't you used to hang out with M. Night Shyamalan?
I used to take a bus to his school. We talked a couple of times. And I heard he wanted to be a filmmaker. He was maybe, I don't know, 11, 12, 10, something like that. And I said, so, like, read the short stories. I couldn't have been more than 10 or 11, maybe 12 at the most. And I said, you want to read the stories of Frederick Brown.
Why?
Because they're short stories. And then at the end of the story, you feel like you've been struck by lightning because you made certain assumptions about who's telling the story and why and shit.
Right.
And at the end, you go, oh my God, the humans are the bad guys.
Right.
And it pulls a twist ending at the end. I said, I don't know how to tell a story like that where you can visually be fooled by something like that. Like, obviously, the first thing you're going to see is the guy in the green lizard costume. And realize, oh, that's the protagonist. And the twist is ruined. But I said to him, if you find a way to tell a story that does that, you'll never run out of movies to make.
Okay.
I said, you'll always have work.
Okay,
And his first movie obviously was The Sixth Sense.
All right.
And do I know that he looked at the stories and was inspired by me? It's hard to believe that he wasn't,
Right.
knowing what he ended up doing. It may have been one of the most formative and important conversations he ever had. But I don't know if he would remember me at all. Chances are he remembers somebody made the recommendation.
Right.
Because he made his whole fucking career out of twist endings. And yeah, Frederick Brown wrote an episode of the original Star Trek. He wrote a story called Arena about a human and an alien, and you assume the human is the person telling the story.
Okay.
Until you get to the end of the story and they're locked in personal combat, which means they're trying to kill each other one-on-one to decide an entire war. That's what personal combat means. And at the end of the story, it says these horrible, hideous things with only a little hair on the top of their heads and only 2 arms and 2 legs. Yeah, and you realize that it's actually the alien talking about how these horrible invaders are trying to wipe them out. And the horrible invaders are actually human beings. Yeah, so they made that into an episode called Arena of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And it's the one with the Gorn captain, and Captain Kirk is locked in mortal combat against a green lizard guy.
Okay.
And he makes a gun out of a shaft of bamboo and some chemicals.
Really?
Yeah, and then he shoots the alien captain, and then decides, no, I'm not going to finish him off and kill him. You guys will have to do your own killing for it to be entertained. And he ended up impressing the superior aliens. What? He didn't kill the guy, no. But they took his short story and they made it into an episode of Star Trek that wasn't a twist.
Okay. That's dope. I love Star Trek, actually.
Anyway, that's one of Frederick Brown's stories, and he wrote a bunch of others and they all had twist endings. He loved twist endings.
Say it again?
He loved twist endings. Frederick Brown loved twist endings, and his stories are like a page or two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not long. They're like at 2 or 3 pages at most.
It's just a quick summary of everything, huh?
Just what?
Like a quick sandstorm, a windstorm of everything.
Right. They're called short shorts or short stories.
Which William Shatner does a lot of, doesn't he?
What's that?
William Shatner does a lot of those.
William Shatner. What about him?
He does a lot of those, doesn't
Not really. He writes novels, and I don't think he's written any in a while.
he? He did all Star Trek, right?
No, he made Tech War and
Oh, that's right. He did make Tech War, right?
yeah.
Which is actually kind of badass. How do you think he got into that? I've never heard that.
Get into writing.
No, it's a sci-fi thing. Yeah.
Well, he was already in a sci-fi show that had a major intellectual property franchise. I mean, I don't think he's personally interested in science fiction very much,
Right.
except it made him his fortune.
Okay. Right.
He did it as a lark, and he made a career out of it.
Right.
Over a forgettable show that got canceled.
It wasn't forgettable.
It was forgettable in that as an actor,
Okay.
after 3 years it was done, and he was later on to making T.J. Hooker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he did Boston Legal and shit like that.
Yeah, Shatner's made his career. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the most influential people in Hollywood, you know?
And he's one of the most infamous singers I've ever heard of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't sing. He speaks his lines. He speaks the lyrics.
That's dope, man. So he's a beatnik.
And it became a kind of running gag in Hollywood
Yeah.
because he's terrible. He's terrible as a singer. And he did an album called Duets, where he actually did duets with famous people.
Okay. What's the most famous person you think you did that with?
I don't know, but they were all big names in music at the time. It wasn't like Kanye West or anything like that, but
I would imagine not. I would hope not. That'd be funny to see. Will Shatner rocks Con with Kanye West. The best of Will Shatner as Kanye West. Let me find out. That's fucking awesome. Did you guys know that Kanye West is really William Shatner? Someone knows who gave him his Hollywood name.
what's that?
Who gave him his Hollywood name, you think?
William Shatner?
Yeah.
He was born William Shatner, I think.
I don't know. I don't know.
Leonard Nimoy was born Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Leonard Nimoy was born Leonard Nimoy. If he was going to pick a name, I'm sure he would have chosen a better one. Steve Smith or something. What I wouldn't do for a bathroom.